ahoy there, makers. So we're going to be introducing the Galactic Unicorn, which I'm sporting at the moment. It's like an epic badger on steroids.
That's the one.
It has a lanyard connection, though I'm sure that's not really its main usage, is it?
No.
So do you want to talk us through this, and I shall hand that to you. You can demo that.
So this is Galactic Unicorn, which is our LED matrix board for PicoW. Whenever a Pi platform comes out, we tend to do an LED matrix with the name Unicorn of some sort. But with PicoW, we took a slightly different approach and integrated audio and user buttons and various other features as well. We felt it was a great thing to just have sat on your shelf and maybe download information from the internet or show the VU from the audio that you're playing, or performing all sorts of different tasks around the house. We're pretty happy with it. It's really nice. It uses the PIOs on the RP2040 chip to drive the display, so the refresh rate is really fast. It's running at 14-bit color there, so you get excellent performance at the really low level kind of LED values, as opposed to a lot of the cheaper drivers that don't give you good performance down at the low end.
Yeah, the RP2040 is really well suited for something like this. Like, it would be very difficult to drive so many LEDs directly from like the bigger Raspberry Pis, but with the RP2040, you don't need any extra. You don't need any extra driver chips with memory or these kind of things, and now you get wireless too, so it can be wirelessly updated and everything.
Yeah, the big challenge with a kind of a display of this size tends to come down to the speed at which you can drive it, because you want, if the frame rate isn't good, you'll get that kind of strobing effect that you often see on displays. And also kind of issues with ghosting between LEDs and things like that. So the RP2040 is very well suited to this job.
Yeah. So let's talk about features then. So you've got these 5 user programmable buttons.
Yeah, similar to InkyFrame. The idea there is that you might, and with a lot of things we've done recently, actually, it comes down to probably inspiration from Badger. But the idea that you might run multiple programs at once and switch between the modes, rather than just loading one piece of firmware on there. Why not have 5 different programs, and depending on what you want to use it for at the time, you can just switch between those modes.
And these on the right hand side are interesting. So you've got lux, volume, and zzz.
So one of the benefits of the very fast driving from the PIO and the RP2040 is that, like I say, at the low end, we can drive these LEDs extremely gently. Now, those buttons aren't actually doing anything at the moment because I haven't hooked them up in this demo.
Yeah. But
we've added brightness control, so in a dark room, you can really knock the brightness back. But on if it's a bright office in daylight, you can ramp it right up and have an extremely bright display as it is at the moment.
Note also there's a light sensor there, so you can automatically adjust the brightness as required.
And with the onboard audio, which is actually digital, there's an I2S audio amp on there. We have volume control for that as well. So the audio isn't hi-fi, it's only to drive a small speaker, but it's great for things like little alert tones. You could play music through it, and actually the plate of Galactic Unicorn itself would act as quite a nice soundboard for that.
I think with the I2C amplifier on a bigger speaker, you could actually get quite okay mono sound out of it.
Well, we over-spec'd the amp because we do have intentions to do a case with a larger speaker for this in the future. So the idea is that we'll make something that is akin to kind of like your classic alarm clock, that kind of format, but in a stretch limo style, so it's super, super wide. And obviously that would be able to play music and sound alarms and things like that.
Yeah. So Phil's asking, just in case anybody else asks, why specifically that number of pixels, 53 by 11?
So the number of pixels, we started with the physical size of it because we have some other intentions for this board. And it was basically what would fit on there. We went for odd numbers because it always gives you a central column and a central row. So that means if you're like charting stuff or you want to center a text or an image or whatever, it makes it easier to do certain things and have them like balanced on the display.
Yeah, and specifically 53 because it just barely fits on these 10 16-bit driver LED driver chips that we've got there.
Yeah, that's the thing about having so many rows of LEDs. You need, there's 10 driver chips on there. There's 11 row driving MOSFETs. There's a lot of parts to drive that many LEDs. And you've got the LEDs themselves. It's like 600 LEDs on there.
Yeah, 5 something.
Yeah, so it's a lot of placements that go onto that board.
You're currently powering that by that little gallium battery.
Insanely little LiPo.
a little bit worried that it will run out during the live stream, but we will see.
And that's the speaker, is it, that you got connected there as well?
Yeah.
So we've got on the back there.
This is such a mess, this demo unit. But yeah, that's the speaker header and one of the speakers that you can buy on our shop, and one of our little Galleon LiPo batteries. But you could use, again, like a AAA battery here, or a massive big 3-cell LiPo, whatever. Makes sense, really.
And the reason these things are covering the silk there, we just wanted it to hang well when Karina's wearing it. So
maybe trying to balance it.
Maybe we'll have a look at the.
And Andy Warburton's asking if you can daisy chain these. You can't, because I guess of reasons. There wouldn't be a reasonable way to do it. We'd have to daisy chain the row driving signals as well as the shift registers for the columns.
I mean, they are wireless, so you can have two of them.
You can just
talk to
have them
each other.
coordinate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, put them side by side and have them talk to each other.
Yeah. So some of the connectors you've got in the back there, I can see 2 Quest connectors, the speaker, the battery. You got the reset button, the Pico W itself, and then on the other side you had the light sensor as well, didn't you?
Les Pounder's guessed as to our alternative motive for this board, which is the arcade cabinet marquee.
Yep. So using that measurement width.
Yes.
Interesting. Yep. So let's see if there's any other questions. I think that was everything people had covered off there. So I'm obviously thinking on here, YouTube subscriber count scrolling past. We could have these around your house so that you could scroll various messages or insults or jokes to people or whatever. It's an amazing display, very, very bright. Even in just what you can see this, we've not got any additional lighting on that. That's just purely illuminating. It's very bright.
We're in a bright office here.
So.
I mean, with the Quest connectors on there, you can use this again. We keep talking about environmental monitoring and sensors and things, but again, you can connect, sensors directly to this board, mount them onto the back, and have them display on the matrix itself.
Someone wants to know how many banana lamps it is.
That's a good question. Why do we have a banana up there?
I think it's about 1.5. I'm guessing about 1, maybe.
I mean, that's quite a generous banana as well.
It is, to be fair.
Yeah. Is it about 40 centimeters wide?
A little bit less, I think so, but is it 33 maybe?
Andy assumes it fits in a picade. It doesn't fit in your picade.
Great. Just looking through, so the natural balance has been restored. Absolutely.
I think this one's. We definitely see this as something that you can put pretty much anywhere in your office, in your home, in your living room, and kind of program to do what you want it to do, and just act as kind of an interesting information panel for your house, your sensors, whatever.
So what's this? Let's go to the
Always
overhead.
sneaking in with some extras here.
Nice.
Yeah, just some diffusion examples. See what happens with various styles of.
Nice. We can probably turn that off actually. If I just lean over and just click that off for a second. There you go.
Well, that first one works all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
So you've got kind of like a grid to separate each LED, and then these other ones diffuse it. Yeah. That's really hypnotic.
It is very hypnotic. We're actually making some changes to this product, which is why it's not available yet. Like it's basically there, but we wanted to tweak a few things because we are perfectionists. So yeah, it's probably going to be, I'd say, 3 or 4 weeks before this one's available. But we do have working prototypes, and we thought we'd show them off because they're kind of fun.
And just think, if you go to the conference and all them people are walking around with the
with their little
tufties
badges.
and exactly.
I mean, they're still good badges,
their badges
right?
and
But
the tufties. You can stand out from the crowd.
I mean, can you get through doorways? That's the other question. I don't know. You'll definitely stand out.
Amazing. So that's the Galactic Unicorn. So I think that's all the products that we're looking at today. I can see some secret ones that we haven't discussed yet, but they're for another time, aren't they? The other couple that we have there.
Yeah, well, they're not super secret. We have smaller versions of the Inky frame and the Automation 2040W coming. So it's smaller feature sets, lower price points, and also Chris is working on something interesting robotic wise, which we won't say any more But yeah, there's lots to come
Yeah.
around the Pico W. Very exciting day for us because this is something we've been waiting for a long time. The second you saw Pico, you're like, where's the wireless? When do we get the wireless? So yeah, changes everything really.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm really pleased. All the different
Les is going to sell advertising space in his living room.
For
Greg's, Les? Perhaps?
You could sell it on your person. You could be just like on the train station, just having adverts roll past. Yep. Like comment and subscribe and all that kind of stuff scrolling past. Yeah, so I think that wraps up the day for all the product launches. And I think one of the things that was requested by the audience on a different live stream was a bit of a walk around like a factory tour. So we'll see if we can get that set up using a mobile phone or something, and stream from there, and show you guys where all the magic happens.
Yeah, when should we do? I mean, we'll do that.
We'll do that next. Yeah,
basically in the next kind of next 10 to 20 minutes, we'll literally walk around with a mobile phone filming.
Yep.
We won't be able to go everywhere because some people don't want to be filmed, etc. So we'll respect their opinion, and we'll try and take you around everywhere. Have a quick look at Pimoroni Towers.
Yep, Pimoroni Towers. Awesome. So I'll catch you in about 20 minutes, about 1:30, and we'll have a tour of the factory. Great. Okay, thanks everyone. See you
later,
in 20
folks.
minutes.